Welcome to the Real Entrepreneur Show with
Patti Pokerduck
and Kathy Barthel. And today we want to talk about fear versus intuition, and specifically how to know if you're using fear or intuition to make those business decisions.
Ooh, that's a good one. It's a juicy one.
It really is, because oftentimes we have no idea, right? And I always think, Patti, that the biggest way for me to tell if I'm doing one or the other is that fear feels horrible. Fear is that way more than butterflies, right? That agitation that I guess I got it. It's everybody's doing it. Or my coach is telling me I got to do it.
And you're spinning around and you're not really making a rational, well thought out decision.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, intuition has elements, I think, of rational and logical, but it's also something else. It's that gut feeling, right?
It's this, like you said, it's a sense of peace.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the difference, right? That would be my point number one, is that fear is that uncomfortable feeling, that and intuition, you are very calm. You know what you're going to choose. It doesn't matter what kind of freak show someone presents you around fear or lack, or you got to do this. You're like, either it's a yes or it's a no. In fact, I love that thing, You heard the thing about whether either it's a hell yes or it's a no.
Yeah. Right? Or it's let me think about it.
Yeah.
Because in my experience in business, which is spanning decades, it's very normal to take your time to make a logical decision that's right for you.
Yeah.
If you're spending thousands of dollars of your hard-earned after-tax money, you shouldn't be rushed into it like a timeshare.
Yeah.
There is nothing, that FOMO, that fear of missing out, of like, today is the only day for this special offer. You know what? I take my time,
Absolutely. And that's one of the standard things, that you've known from being in marketing longer than I was doing journalism and stuff when you were doing marketing probably initially. That thing about a lot of the fear factor and the selling from lack
scarcity.
And we're going to run out. Yeah, scarcity.
Oh yeah, two seats left or one, one remaining. I mean, Amazon has that. Only 2 more in stock.
Exactly. Everybody does, right? And then an hour later, they've got 40 of them.
Yeah.
So number one, realize the difference in how it feels in your gut and how calm you are. And that's when you're operating from your intuition, your gut feeling. And what Patti's talking about is sort of like a relative of that, a second cousin or whatever you might say, is the logical decision, right?
Yeah.
Because they're very similar, actually. Feeling like you're making it from intuition, you're going to be very calm. And if you've taken the time to work out the idea and come to a logical conclusion, you're also going to be calm.
And asking for, go back and talk to your trusted advisors. Is this really as good a deal as they make it out to be?
Yeah.
Because that person is really out for your money.
Yeah.
Right? And they're using your fear against you and for their benefit.
And this, oh my gosh, we've all had this.
Yeah, the pushy salesperson.
Or the person, what were you
the pushy salesperson,
yes.
Which is antithesis of me and who I hate.
Or almost the more cunning, seemingly very calm, seemingly has your interests at heart, who might say to you, you've hired me, I'm your coach, I'm your whatever it is advisor that you've hired. I know better than you. I know you think you don't need this extra course that I'm offering.
You needed those fries. You really needed those fries with that extra. It's just another $1,000.
And I know that this is better. You think you're not ready for this 2-day workshop I have that I'm offering you at a discount, realize, because I know you and I want you to succeed. So I know better than you. Yeah. You might think you don't know this, but I'm looking out for you, and I see down the road that in a couple of months you're going to thank me for spending this extra money. Honest to God, when this happens, we've almost all been there.
Oh my God.
And if you are operating from fear, you're going to sit there and you're going to doubt what perhaps might be happening in the intuition area.
You're going like, no, I don't need this. But this expert supposedly with your best interests and their pocketbook and their bank account in mind.
Yes, and this is the insidious piece that isn't the harsh sell. It's this very calculated, calm, I know better than you, almost patronizing.
But that's when the gut instinct really kicks in for me, is that I can, because when people are fake, you know it.
Yes.
But then you have to say, I'll let me think about it.
And the thing about it is, it's like a friend doing something that throws you off and isn't right, or a family member. You really have to sit back and you have to call them on it.
Yeah.
This is always, it's often very hard. If this is, another business owner, a friend, a family member, or if it's your business coach, somebody you've hired, you have a right to stand up and say, I'm sorry, but it doesn't work for me. Yes, you may make logical sense, but for me, I got to go with my gut. And honestly, if you do that, they will respect you. They may not really want, to have lost your money, of course.
But they will respect you,
Yeah.
We're not 12 years old. We don't actually need somebody telling us what we need.
No.
We know what we need.
Exactly.
And believe in yourself is really what we're saying.
And just,
I think.
Exactly. And really just think about how it feels in your gut, how it feels in your body. And does it agitate you? Does it worry you? Does it make you feel like, oh, I guess I gotta, take that step back, take that time, and really honor that voice that's you, that really does know what the right thing is. And if you make a mistake, who cares? We all make mistakes, right? You can always come back and make another choice tomorrow.
And if the person is a real business person, this offer is good for another couple of days, right? It should never be limited to just, because that's a timeshare pressure sale, and that is wrong for these kind of personal B2B sales that coaches have with each other.
And what it means is they're not respecting you.
No.
Right?
No.
Everything.
They're not really business people.
Yeah.
They're scammers.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say it.
In the guise of potentially somebody you've hired even,
Yeah.
It does happen because everybody has weak moments, and they may be coming from lack on their side, and they really need to fill a chair, and they really want the money, and they're not really thinking of your best interest.
Yeah.
So you've got to think, am I making a decision from fear, or am I making it from my intuition, my gut that really does know better?
Believe in yourself. You can't go wrong. And take time. You always have time.
Exactly.
If it sounds too good to be true, it is.
And if you make a mistake, it ain't the end of the world.
No, but learn from it. Learn from it. Just one time. All right.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.